I figured I'd do a little bit of talking about Sonic the Hedgehog because he's my boy. I love Sonic. And even though I don't really know if I'll actually go to a movie theater to see Sonic the Hedgehog 2, I really think it's cool that there's toys of this Sonic movie because there weren't really toys of the first movie. And I actually really enjoyed the first movie. I thought it was a fun, movie about alien hedgehog guy that was, Sonic. It was a fun movie. It wasn't like the coolest, best thing ever. I don't know if the second one's going to be better or worse, but I just saw this figure set for $20. And I was like, you know what, man, I think I got to get it. Because you get Sonic, you get Knuckles, you get Tails, you get a Buzz Bomber, you get a weird Robotnik that we'll talk about. I think it's a super cool. Now, granted, these are the actual 2.5-inch figures. These are not the larger size ones that you may see single carded. I actually prefer the 2.5-inch Sonic figures from Jakks Pacific over the 4-inch or so. I just think that Sonic's a little better at this scale. I just prefer it. I think, the figures and the character designs don't really need, knees or elbows. I just think that this scale is nicer. These figures don't look any worse than the ones that are, twice the price. I prefer this scale, honestly. I just think it's better. So, as you can see, we got the main three heroes, even though Knuckles is not going to initially be a hero in this movie, but that's kind of expected. If you played Sonic 3, you know that Knuckles kind of, they were, not really friends at the start. And then you get a little Buzz Bomber and Dr. Eggman, Robotnik boy. So yeah, let's let's talk about this one first, because it fell. So this is Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik. And as you can see, it's a special specimen. It's pretty special. It's very small. It's not in scale with the other figures whatsoever. It's very tiny. If you want a comparison, here it is with a super rare and impossible to find 3 1/4 inch Star Wars action figure. So you can see it's maybe a little under 3 inches, maybe around 3 inches. It's an odd one. Its articulation's really basic too. It's got swivel at the head. I don't even think it wants to focus because it's just so weird looking. Come on, focus. There we go. Swivel at the head, ball hinge at the shoulders, nothing at the wrist. He's got ball something at the hips, but they're so tight in there. That one especially, that just doesn't want to move. And that one's kind of moving. Yeah, honestly, this one's trash. It's whatever. That's why we're not going to show this one anymore. I did actually go and get a proper in-scale Dr. Robotnik. Because let me tell you, I feel like the larger Dr. Robotnik figures scale with the 2.5-inch Sonic figures. Now, granted, is he maybe ever so slightly too big? Probably. But, these are animals. That is a human. I think that's pretty decent scaling right there. So we'll just do a quick little review of this one. This is the larger, $10 sized Dr. Robotnik. As you can see, the head is a lot better. You can really see Jim Carrey in that. That's so cool. Honestly, I think Jim Carrey really nailed it as Robotnik. He's got his little coffee cup. Detail-wise, it's pretty similar. It's pretty similar to the small one. I feel like the sculpt is identical. It's kind of odd how it has some curved arms. It's kind of interesting, even totally straight. His legs are kind of whack. They're kind of whack. This figure really reminds me of something I would have bought 10 years ago from Tuesday Morning. It's so weird. You can see he's got these double elbows. He still has a swivel at the head, nothing at the wrist. Basically, the only articulation you really add are the doubles at the elbows, a thigh swivel, and double knees, and an ankle joint that just goes up and down. So yeah, he still has pretty limited articulation at the hips. Mine is actually kind of bow-legged too, so that's fun. But yeah, I just figured I'd show this. He does come with another accessory as well. He comes with this little drone egg thing. It just kind of comes out, and it I don't really know what it's for. I don't know if it's a turret, something that floats around like a funnel from Gundam. But it does actually kind of go with the Buzz Bomber pretty well. And that leads us to the Buzz Bomber, because it's a Buzz Bomber. I actually think this is really cool, realistic, I guess, homage to the Buzz Bomber from the original Sonic game. It works well. It actually comes with that base, which I think is really cool. You can take them off of it if you want. You do have a little bit of articulation, like at the head. It's on a little tiny ball joint that wants to pop off more than anything. You do have a little rotation right there. I want to say the stinger moves too. Yeah, you can move the stinger. So you can actually probably make him look a little more like he's flying, which is pretty cool. So yeah, it's a cute little buzz bomber. Nothing too special about it. He's got a little red eye right there. I don't know if he can turn like the little turrets that are kind of sticking off of him, but he's got those. Yeah, it's neat. It's a neat little buzz bomber. Like I said, I definitely think the 2.5 inch scale is just better for Sonic the Hedgehog. Speaking of Sonic the Hedgehog, let's talk about our heroes. Let's start with Tails, the character that I thought was a girl for the longest time when I was a kid. Because Tails just, I don't know, I just thought Tails was a girl. I don't know why. But, yep, here's our two-tailed fox friend. Yeah, he looks really good. I like the sculpt they did for the fur. I think that looks pretty good. I don't really like the mouth too much. Kind of wish the mouth wasn't open, and it's very pink too. Maybe if it had like a little bit of a black outline, or maybe, I don't know, just doesn't look as good as the mouths on the others. But the eyes are really nice and crisp. Like I said, I really think the sculpted fur looks good. The paint's really solid. Articulation's pretty simple. You get a swivel at the head, swivel at the tails. You get ball hinges at the arms and ball hinges at the legs. So you basically get all the articulation you really need out of a little Sonic character. I don't know, I just don't think like, oh man, I really wish this had knees. I don't care. I think this works perfectly fine. I think it's really cute. I think the scale works great. I really like it. So there's Tails. And then, let's talk about Knuckles. Oh geez, Knuckles. Saying that reminded me of a certain cartoon. If you grew up watching Cartoon Network, you'll probably know that one. But this is Knuckles right here. He's voiced by Idris Elba, of all actors. I just think that's so funny. Idris Elba is voicing Knuckles. I don't know, I never really imagined that like a middle-aged guy that has a very gruff voice would voice a character I've always just seen as like an edgy teenager. But here we are. So yeah, this is actually a really nice looking Knuckles. Like I said, I think the black mouth really benefits the design here. I actually like his physique a lot. He's definitely taller than Sonic. He has more of a look to him. He does have his knuckles, obviously. I like how much they preserved the designs. You know, he even has the little, like, Lego feet. He even has, like, the Lego 2x3 bricks on his shoes. That's just so funny to me. Yeah, you can see shoes look nice. Articulation is the same, except you may be wondering, oh, what's going on with the head? So like many Knuckles figures, you can move the head, but you have to get the quills out of the way. And you basically just get something like that. And I would be careful, because I noticed that the neck peg is just ever so slightly stressing. So maybe don't do that too much, you know, maybe just keep it straight, or decide if you want it to be tilted. I'll probably keep it tilted more often than not, because I just think that looks kind of cool. But yeah, nice little Knuckles. I like the white on his chest, too. He's got a little tail. I don't think it turns. But yeah, really nice. And then, of course, our main hero, Sonic the Hedgehog. So I do have to state the obvious. Sonic's arms are not freaking blue! Okay, we're done. The less we talk about that guy, the better. But yeah, it's Sonic. Looks really nice. Actually, I was kind of in the crowd of, man, this is an almost perfect design from the original. It's just, you know, different arm color. But if you really look at all of them together, they all have this uniformity to the designs now that I really kind of don't mind it. I definitely think, you know, all of them having, you know, arm colors that matches their fur actually makes it look pretty nice. And this Sonic dude, this is a really nice Sonic figure. Look at that head sculpt. Look at all the character in that. I love that so much. He's got the nice smile there. His eyes look really good. The paint's really solid too. That's not an error. That's actually a little intentional, little imperfection. The quills look really nice. I love the sculpt and texture there. The shoes look good. Man, I honestly would like a figure of that original design of the movie Sonic, though. That would be so good. Yeah, you can see he's got pretty much the same articulation. He looks good running. Oh, you got to get him with that kind of run though. He's going super fast now. Yeah, it's just nice figure, nice basic little figure of Sonic the Hedgehog. It just looks nice, is nice. I really like it. So there we go. And that's my Sonic Movie 2 toys. I don't really know if I'd get any others. I'm definitely looking for more Sonic stuff from Jakks Pacific because I think they're absolutely killing it. These are the best Sonic figures that have basically ever come out. Not these in particular, just Jakks Pacific's entire range. They're the best company that's ever produced Sonic. I'm still looking for that classic Amy Rose that just came out. I'm so excited. I've never had an Amy Rose figure. And I'm really hoping that they continue on with the 2.5-inch lining, making characters like Rouge or I think it's Rouge, right? I've always gotten her name wrong. Pretty sure it's Rouge. I don't think it's Rogue. I think it's Rouge. Correct me if I'm wrong. I will actually allow you to correct me. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Special shout out to the patrons of Patreon. Thank you all so much for the continued support. Alrighty, guys. There we go. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Is your mama? Oh, mama did a squeak. Did you gonna squeak again? Oh, mama. I love you too, mama bear. Alright, I gotta end the video though. Mama squeak. Aw, yeah, you squeaking.